know whether this time is suitable for students, part of it, whether this is suitable for students from their part of daily life. We do not know that. And also we do not know their work culture and their daily responsibilities and the task at hand. How do they manage? We do not know. So in that way, better you can as a principal, as a teacher, assistant professors of colleges, you can ask your students and you get some inputs from them and inputs regarding the time suitable for them to listen to this type of webinar. Then we can reschedule our time. Instead of 2 to 3, we can reschedule according to the feedback that you are receiving, that you are going to receive from your students. That may be the ideal thing that we can do in future.
Sir, we'll do that, sir.
Holidays, they will relax. They will be relaxing after daily waking up early morning and daily doing their chores daily, 9 to 10 like that. They'll be very busy, 10 to 11. So during these holidays, I think they will get relaxation. They will get some kind of relaxation in the morning, and that's why we do not want to disturb them in the morning. And all possible, if they want to have extended sleep, they may go up to 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And after that, they wake up, they will do their morning chores. After that, lunch maybe 2 to 3 may be the ideal time. I think that may be the right ideal time for them. So that's why we planned like this. And if it is not correct, then we have to change it. Even after 3, it is not advisable. But evening also they may have some other works, some other things like going out for shopping, temples, and some other activities they may have. So in that way also that time is also not possible. But you get feedback from your students based on which we will modify it. We will change the time schedule so that we get we are prepared, and all these preparations are going waste, and all our presentations waste, because if participants they will be benefited. We will also get some kind of support and some kind of feedback that we will be receiving. So we will also have some sort of satisfaction in the job that we are doing. But without that, it goes meaningless. So once again, I say very happy, prosperous New Year to you, to all who are present in this webinar. Happy New Year. May this New Year bring prosperity, good health, and good luck to you all. May you all enjoy all the benefits of this, the present benefits of this present world, and you all will get good comfort, good things in your life. I hope you all will have a better year than the last year. So the last year, nearly 3/4 of the last year was spent in lockdown, and all the schools and colleges were closed. Even now, till now, it is closed for colleges, closed for undergraduate students, and the schools also closed and so most of the time, most part of the year 2020 was spent at home in lockdown period, and most of them had a great worry about their health. Anju, good afternoon, sir. Okay, thank you. And Thank you. I got Sudaila. Good afternoon, sir. Great to see you again, sir. Thank you. Happy New Year, Sudaila. It's Sudaila. Happy New Year to you. Good afternoon. Anju, good afternoon. Happy New Year. Thank you. Some of our students who regularly they attended. These two persons they have come. Thank you for your participation. How do you do in your regular work? Maybe Sita, you can just open up, let them speak. So Dailaya and both of them have come and they attended regularly our research in education.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is loading, sir.
Shall I start?
Sir, wait. I'll put it in lecture mode, sir. Give me a minute, sir. Sir, you can start now, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon to one and all present here. Very happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year. And today the topic for our discussion is time management. And thank you, time management. And one thing that very often we talk about is time. And the time we have very often heard the proverb that time and tide wait for none. Time and tides wait for none. So that is the thing that we are hearing very often. And for most of us, how do we spend time that we don't calculate? Actually, for everything, and it is not only for our cash or for our asset to be put in debit side and credit side, and all our activities to be placed in debit side and credit side. Then Pacioli was, just like Pacioli was the first one who introduced this auditing, and that is auditing. He told that for every transaction there is for every transaction there seems to be two entries, one at the debit side, one at credit side. So it is not only for maintaining our accounts, it is also for time, it is also for our good ventures, it is also for our habits and all the things. Somebody they are concentrating mainly on saving money. Not only saving money, saving money alone will not get a good credit in your side. Maybe you may get good credits, maybe you may get good scores in your credit side, but you should also have some values. For that also you should have some credit side. Not only for values, and you also have some value. You also have for some charity that should be also in credit side. And apart from that, and the one thing that even time also can be placed in this two-column cash book like that, two-column cash book like accountancy, debit side and credit side. And first of all, I would like to say, what is time management? Time management within the time available. How do we manage effectively for better use, for maximizing our output, for maximizing our output? That is how we plan our time. And there lies the secret of success. And have you know somebody or of the habit that they will be continuously doing hard work? And here, what is required is not hard work. What is required is smart work. And when managing time, first you should identify how many hours you spend. So normally, In some households, people give money to their children. Suppose, for example, a child is given and 100 rupees per day, and for his pocket money, 100 rupees as pocket money. And in some families, they ask them to write and write down like a 2-column cash book, and what you got and the credit is 100 rupees, and the debit, what for you spend the 100 rupees per day. They may easily say that I bought chocolate for 10 rupees or 20 rupees. I had a tea with my friends, and that too I spent for 10 and 20 rupees. Then I got some stationery items that I spent 20 rupees, and I had small snacks at evening that I spent 20 rupees. And again, I had some milk or something like that. I had to purchase something like that belt or something like that. So I bought bought for 20 rupees, and I also saved 10 rupees for my future. If they say 100 rupees, they spent 90 rupees. They spent 10 rupees. They save. So in the same way, you can also calculate the time available and how you spent your time. So, for example, apart from 8 hours of sleeping, in 20 hours, 8 hours of sleeping, 16 hours you can calculate. 16 hours you can calculate. And before we do all these things, we should know first why should we plan our time? Because for preparing competitive examinations or for preparing for a future better life, that we should calculate our time. How productively we are spending our time, how wastefully we are spending our time. So you leave apart 8 hours of sleeping, because 8 hours of sleeping is compulsory and required for good health and good mind and a balanced mind. So you should have a good sleep. So you should not skip that. And remaining 16 hours, how do you spend? That is time management. What is time management? That is how do you spend your time. That is known as time management. In what way you are using it for productivity, in what way you using it for some other recreational activities, in what way you are using it for socialization, and all these things form a part of time management. That is time management. Suppose within the 16 hours available time, and possibly you will be spending 1.5 hours for your food intake, morning, half an hour. Half an hour means just you will be having for 10 to 5 minutes, but before preparation of food and after taking food, that you just leave 10 minutes. Then if you leave 10 minutes before and after, and you take 10 minutes for eating, then the 30 minutes is allocated for every breakfast, lunch and dinner. And that is why 3 times, maybe 1.5 hours you have to spend for that. That means 15.5 hours. You are on 16 hours, and you will be spending 1.5 hours. And remaining hours is 14.5. And in this 14.5, that you have to allocate some time for maintaining your health. Maintaining your health means all the time we cannot sit idle. All the time we cannot sit on the table and do our work, table work. According to a survey, recent survey, and the educationists and the researchers are asking you to have a physical activity frequently, and you are not supposed to sit in a place for more than 20 minutes or 30 minutes. In between 30 minutes, you should have some activity, because activity is more essential for maintaining our good health. So in that way, people are going for gym in the morning. So normally they spend 1 hour or 1.5 hours in gym for their good health, doing some physical exercises, yoga, doing some yoga practices, and some other aspects, just jogging or walking, and even treadmill. They are spending 30 to 40 minutes in treadmill, and they burn their calories and because it is required for a good physics, and already we have seen a good physics is required for good mind. So you spend 1.5 hours for that, means that again in 14.5 hours you spend 1.5 hours for that. And 1.5 hours is over. The remaining again you will be having only 13 hours. So in these 13 hours, how much time you are spending for socialization? Socialization means including chatting with your friends and doing some social network. You are using social network platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and other social network things. And for that also, that is also required, because as a human being, we cannot remain idle, we cannot remain aloof, we cannot remain totally excommunicated from our society. So in that way, meeting with, chatting with our friends, chatting with our relatives, chatting with our family members, chatting with our near and dear ones, this is also required. But nowadays, earlier they used to spend by sitting together and talking. Now they are using mobile phone, and through mobile, WhatsApp and other platforms, they chat with their group, society. That is because we are social animals. We should do something so that we are maintaining that social harmony. That social harmony, we have to share. By seeing this, also we'll get to know some information about the politics. We'll get information about the politics. We'll get information about the society which is around us. We'll get also information about the world in which we live, and the worldly affairs, and all these things we will get some more. So in that, for that, if minimum you will be spending even 1 hour for that, minimum 1 hour per day, or sometimes more than 1 hour you will be spending. And it all depends on the task that you have your hand. So you leave that, and after leaving that also you will be having 12 hours. So even in that 12 hours, and you can think of transportation. So now in Corona times, we do not go faraway places. We sit at home. The lockdown is extended. But in normal life, actually the travel hours should be calculated to going to school and coming back from school, to going to college and coming back from college. Then again you will be spending 1 and 2 hours for that. So even if you deduct that, then remaining hours that you are at your hand is 10 hours. In these 10 hours, how productively you are using these 10 hours? That is the thing that we have to discuss in this time management. That is time management. 10 hours, how we have to schedule our work. For example, if you have, suppose if you are a M.Ed student or B.Ed student or Arts and Science College students, you have to divide the available time to the different subjects that you study. For example, mains, ancillary, and language paper 1, language paper 2. If it is B.Ed, and you have to allocate your time for the available for theory papers, and also for your practicum activities, and like that you can think. If you are a teacher, then you have to think about the time that can be allocated for preparation of a lesson plan, and preparation of teaching points, and preparation of teaching aids, and etc. etc. Then you can also think of making PowerPoint presentation. You can also think of making. You can also think of in what way I can present these topics. Like that you can plan. So in that way, if you plan, again, it's a good thing. And then you can allocate this time to different tasks at hand for mostly the housewives and other persons. And apart from doing some household chores like cooking and washing dishes and washing clothes and doing some other household activities, after doing all these household activities, then you can think of rearing your children. You can that you have to productively spend for rearing your children, and thinking about your children, how to give some inputs regarding some of the knowledge inputs. And if they come from school, what kind of knowledge inputs we can give as a mother, as a father to my child. That also you can think, and if you think in that way, and it will be of better use for for the entire family. So this time management is most crucial. This is what I have been explaining. Why time management is very, very essential. If you are not planning, if you have not planned your time, and all your time will go waste, and one pound at one time that you will end up doing nothing. At one time you will end up doing achieving nothing. And that, in order to avoid that, we have to plan our time. So this is time management. For the total, I would like to say this is time management. And next question is why it is necessary, or why is it necessary? And you may ask me the question, why is it necessary to plan our time? So we do not suppose, I will give one example. Suppose monthly salary for assistant professors and teachers who are working in private schools or colleges, they are getting 15,000 or 10,000 as salary. And that salary you are planning. How much we have to spend for a particular thing? How much to spend for your clothes? How much to spend for your daily wearable products? And how much to spend for your what is that? Spend for your tea and other snacks or daily expenses, and how much you have to spend for saving, and how much you have to spend for your house rent or EB charges and all other charges. Whatever the things that you are facing, grocery items and also other items, clothes, washing, vegetables, purchasing vegetables. So you have a plan for money that you earn. For example, I have given a clear example. Suppose if you get 10 to 15,000, in 15,000 you plan. So this I am telling for the people who are planning. There are people who do not at all plan, and they spend. Even some people, they do not plan. They immediately after getting 15,000 rupees, the next 1 week they will spend, and the next day again they will be thinking of borrowing money from some other people. And if they go like that, they will finally end up having a lot of debts, and they may not be able to manage in future. They may be they may keep on borrowing money from some other persons, and their loan account will go up. So that, for example, normally all are conscious about the amount that we are receiving, we are getting as a salary, and how much we are spending for all other our items. Naturally, we maintain a balance. Suppose we see to it that it doesn't cross the 15,000. It doesn't cross 15,000. If it crosses 15,000 or 10,000, you have to borrow money. Then if we borrow money, then we have to pay interest. If we have to pay interest, means the next salary we may not think of. Though we get 15,000, we cannot think of getting 15,000. You have to give interest to the loan already availed, and that if you calculate that, then your monthly limit will come down from 15,000 to 14,000. So having seen this anarchy and this kind of problem at hand, foreseeing this kind of problem, we cleverly manage our money. So we are mostly conscious about the money that we are spending. But are we conscious about the time that we are spending? No, not at all. If you ask anybody, are you planning your time? Are you spending your time usefully? Are you spending your time productively? Most of the people, 99% of the people will say that they do not plan properly. They do not plan properly. Because like cash or like money, we do not have that much concern about the time, because here no borrowing. You cannot borrow also, and you can also give your time as lending to somebody else. So time comes, time goes away. We cannot plan. We cannot just borrow, or we cannot just lend. So this is the thing. But we are not also concerned about this, because it is not going to affect us. If you spend your time leisurely and thinking about something and doing all other unproductive activities, it costs nothing. The effect will not be immediate. like the cash, like the money, like the money that when you spend. So if you spend more money, then next day you may not have money. Then you will be very alert. Will be very alert, and you will stop spending. But here the time we do not have see any immediate effect. What is there today? We take rest. Let us do tomorrow, and like that you will be postponing your task. You will keep on postponing your task. So then, like money, it is also a cumulative debts. It will also increase your debts. Debts in terms of time lost. Time lost is lost. So in future, immediately, all of a sudden, most of us, what we are doing, all of us, before examination, 1 week before examination, we start our preparation. So start our preparation means already for a semester, and for a semester, one semester in 6 months, possibly you may have heard a lot of hours, and minimum working days per semester is 90 days. Even in that 90 days, and if you calculate 7 hours or 7 hours like that, and that out of 7 hours you may have worked only 5 hours. So naturally you may have heard 450 hours like that. But most of the time you would have spent without any without any conscious loss of time. But in the last moment before semester examination, you will start preparing. That time is not sufficient, because actually the syllabus, the curriculum is planned in such a way that it comes for 6 months. 6 months means that 90 days transaction hours, and also 90 hours for transaction, and also more than 90 hours for preparation and self-reflection, like that. So we skip all these things, and skipping all these things, last 3 hours or 1 or 2 days only we are preparing, then we go and sit for examination. If we go and sit for examination, then whatever comes to our mind, that we recollect and write and come back. So that is why we are failing in competitive examination. That competitive examination that gives critical questions and makes you understand, makes you comprehend the items. If you have once you have been given a syllabus or some subject matter, that you have to cut horizontally and vertically. Then you have to internalize that concept, concretize that concept, and you have to keep in your mind that concept, and you have to reflect on it. Once you start absorbing it and keeping in your memory, that is what we are saying in Pavlov's assimilation, accommodation, adaptation. Then you have to reflect on it. If you are having reflection on it, then only the competitive examination multiple choice questions, it is choice of elimination, that you can answer well. Otherwise, you cannot answer well all these questions. Naturally, in these competitive examinations, it will utterly fail, because we do not plan our time. If we had planned our time properly, definitely you would have paid enough attention to each and every concept of our syllabus. For example, UPSC syllabus or SSC syllabus or bank exam syllabus. So, failing equal attention to each and every concept, equal attention to each and every title of the syllabus given in TNPSC examination or in TET examination. We could have given enough time. That we are missing that. That means we do not have time. We do not have time management. Because of that, we skip everything. At the last moment, we take up the entire matter and we started to concretize. That is not possible. The process of human brain is something that overnight or over a week you cannot upload everything, like a computer hard disk. Like a computer hard disk where you can immediately store up all the matters, but our brain is not like that. You cannot store up all your matters. Storing up in your brain should be based on some premise. You should have first you should observe the concept, and you should have some example for that concept, and you should reflect on it, and you can keep it in your memory. You can keep it in your mental room. So it should get some accommodation. So it is not suppose if your mental room is enough to accommodate. Suppose you imagine that your mental building is having 100 rooms. All of a sudden, you cannot pile up all the matters in all 100 rooms. So each and every room should be one by one filled up. So it requires time, and it requires time. So in that way, if you build and if you learn a concept, you accommodate one room, and then next another concept, another room. Likewise, if you keep on filling up, all 100 rooms will be filled up, and you can just you can just bring back to your memory what you have stored and what with a lot of examples, and that way it is easy for you. That is why I'm saying that it is very, very necessary. It is necessary that we should have a time plan. We should have a time management. If we do not have a time management, everything will go waste. Even for your activities, suppose not necessary to think about our subject matter. Even tasks at hand, you have a plan. First you have a plan. 1 month, this month what we are going to do. For example, most of you are doing PhD work. You schedule your time. So this month what I will do, and actually 5 chapters are required. What I will do, what I will reflect on it. If you keep on concentrating on all the period and the total 3 years or 2 years period, and then you can easily compartmentalize the different chapters that you have to present for your PhD. Then you can have some, you will be having some fruitful work in your PhD. Even a higher level of presentation is possible if you have compartmentalized, if you had a breakup of your time available. And also you have to have a plan. This month what I am going to do, next month what I am going to do, like that. This is not only required for our PhD or subject matter, it is also required for your future planning. Suppose you are all working in private school, suppose you are foreseeing government examination, you can plan your work. So daily, I have been asked to do a lot of work in colleges, in college, and I have a lot of difficulty in managing my household chores. And apart from that, I have some time, and how much each day. And some people who are very clever, they are managing their time. Apart from the regular chores and sleeping hours and eating hours and chatting with friends and chatting for socialization and health makeup and for requirements of college and requirements of children. Apart from that, they squeeze at least 1 hour or 30 minutes daily. So that 30 minutes or 1 hour daily, if you are spending on for future purpose for future. You may have an idea of clearing UGC NET examination, or you may have an idea of clearing TET examination, and daily 1 hour, how we use the time available, though we have difficulty of managing husband, wives and all these things, 1 hour daily if you are managing, definitely in a month you will be having 30 hours. So 30 hours if you spend on the TET syllabus, naturally you can cover the entire syllabus in 1 year. Before that, we should not expect mostly we should not have a trigger in our mind. We get motivation only the exam is announced. Only the announcement came in the newspapers regarding recruitment. Then only we start our preparation. That you start like that. So you are doing first year B.Ed or second year B.Ed or first year M.Ed or second year M.Ed, or those who are working in colleges, you plan. Now this is January month. This is first day of this year, 2021. So we should have a plan. Suppose, imagine that there will be exam in the March, there will be exam in the April, a TET examination. Or if whether exam comes or not, you should have a plan within 4 months. And you should take the syllabus of TET, and you have to have a breakup, and daily one concept you have to learn. And the daily one concept, if you keep a long size notebook and you record all the things that you have learned and that particular concept with some example, with some pictures, with some mapping. So if you do like that, so naturally at the end of 3 months, naturally you might have had 90 hours. The 90 hours spent on your syllabus, the 90 hours is more valuable. And you just compare, this is the people who are applying after advertisement, they apply. some people, they have the habit of starting their preparation only after seeing advertisement. Some people are having the habit of starting their preparation only application has been sent. Some people are having, most of the people are having the habit of starting their preparation only after receiving hall tickets. Even if you get hall ticket just before 1 week or 2 weeks, if you start your preparation, that time you maximize 1 hour to 3 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. Then you calculate 1 week, 7 into 5 hours means you can concentrate only on for 35 hours. More than that you cannot concentrate, because all your daily chores remain there, all your daily sleeping hours remain there, all your daily disturbances will be there. Then even though you manipulate and you avoid all those things, maximum the concentration will be for 5 hours. Even if you concentrate on only for 1 week for 5 hours, only 35 hours spent. But if you have a breakup, convenient breakup, comfortable breakup for 3 months, 90 hours you would have spent on your syllabus. If you have spent 90 hours, compare 90 hours with that of 35 hours. Even if you maximize into 10 hours, you will be getting only 70 hours for your subject. That's not required. That is not enough. Then even if you have start your preparation after sending your application, maybe 1 month. 1 month if you prepare, that is, if you keep on preparing daily 1 hour, after seeing advertisement, after sending your application, you maximize your effort. What you have spent cumulatively will have a cumulative effect. But overall effect will not give a good result. Immediately 1 month I will prepare and I will increase the examination. Definitely not possible. So daily 1 hour will have a cumulative effect. That will speak more. That will help you build the concepts. Now, one thing I would like to say, our mind is not just a memory machine and reproductive machine. Then we store up in our hard disk and we bring back. It is not like that. Our mind should get some kind of understand, some kind of period. What is that? Normally they say that for that period they say that mind should concretize. It needs some kind of internalizing. For the internalizing, they need some time to consume, to assimilate and adopt. It requires time. One concept first, it go into our mind. It should get into our mind. And already you might have heard and you might have studied in learning theories, Pavlov theories, where it should an existing concept, a new concept enters. That it's the new concept should have a room in your mind. So it requires time. A breathing period. They say that breathing period. They may sometimes some people they may say there is a breathing period. Some people may say that conceiving period. That it should get into our mind and it should develop like a flower which blooms, and that kind of thing is required for our mind. Is not a machine. Our mind is also physical labor. All of a sudden you can do for 1 hour. Suppose immediately you have to clear the particular thing. 5 hours, 10 hours you can work physical labor. But mental construct is such that it requires time for internalizing things. So that is why you should have a breakup of more than you should have a breakup of daily chores, and you should keep in your mind daily 1 hour or 30 minutes. You think about the achievement that you are having in your mind. If you daily think about that 30 minutes about your achievement, naturally you will keep on building your profile. You will keep on building your knowledge on that particular domain, and naturally it will give a good result. So that is why time management is necessary. Then how to manage time? And we need to work smartly. Not hard work is not required. Smart work is required. What is the difference between hard work and smart work? Some people will be cramming up, and they will be cramming up all the messages into the brain. Cramming up all the messages into brain means reading this and that and this and this, everything. So, for example, if you have to prepare for general studies, general knowledge, and newspaper, you will be reading. And about politics, newspaper you will be reading about financial outputs. In the newspaper you will also reading about international affairs. All you will be cramming up. One time you will be cramming up. That is not required. And that what is required is you should allocate different areas in your general knowledge. You have to allocate something for history, geography, general affairs, current affairs, politics and economy, geography, everything. You should plan in that way. And then once you have to plan the task at hand, what difficult the task at hand that you have to think. Then you have to manage your time. Then how we can manage our time for these type of tasks. That you have to think. In that way, if you think, it is good one, and it will be more useful. And another question that I have: how to match task with the different difficulty level to different time nature? That is more good. That is known as smart work. Actually, what we see is not see in the morning. How we see and how we read in the morning afresh may not be afresh in the evening. Commonly people used to say, some people are late nighters, some people are called as early birds. Some people are having the habit of working late hours up to 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock like. Some people are having the habit of going to bed early, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock they will go to bed. But they will wake up at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. From 3 o'clock they will feel comfortably. Some people, this is based on the habit that you develop from your childhood. And it has nothing to do with the knowledge that you gain. Some people will say, if I read in the morning, I will concretize more than evening. Some people say that I will learn more things when I read late night. And people also say that generally morning reading will be good for your studies. No, it is not like that. It all depends upon the nature of your habit. How you have been habituated. How you have been habituated based on that. Some people are prone to read early morning. 3 o'clock, I am comfortable reading, internalizing 3 o'clock. 3 to 6 o'clock, 3 to 5 o'clock I will be reading. 3, 4, 5, 2 hours I will be reading. Again 5 o'clock I will go for sleep. Then I will wake up at 7 o'clock, I will do some physical exercises and I will go for a job. Go to work or something like that. Then evening I will come and I will do my activities. So evening 1 hour I will spend, then I will go to bed early. 8:30, 9 o'clock I will go to bed. But morning regularly I will wake up at 3 o'clock. Some people are having that kind of habit. And some people are having the habit of sleeping till 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. They go to bed only at 2 o'clock. So they will be, after waking up at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, they will do all their regular chores and they will go to job. And coming from job, they will start working at 7 o'clock after dinner or supper. And if they start working, and they will continue to do up to 2 o'clock. And this kind of habit some people will be having. So it is not advisable to change the time schedule already you are having. And people know normally if you are habituated for late night sleeping, and don't change it for early bed, because first you have to find difficulty in changing the routine, because then our mind, our body is also having a clock inside. What clock? That doctors are saying that encardio rhythm. And encardio rhythm means your mind, you have been culture in such a way that morning you will go for the regular routine. Your regular routine will be like that. You would develop like that. And if you immediately if you change the regular routine, it will affect your health, because it is not required to change your daily routine. And because don't believe in that. Studying early will be easy for internalizing, concretizing the matter. Late night study will not be better. Early bed studying will be better, or late night study will be better. Early studying will not be. That kind of, you just do away with all those silly things. This is not true. And you work according to your health, according to your physics, inner mind, what your inner mind says. Daily you have been customized to do things like that. You do that in that way only. Don't change like that. But only one thing is, you should have a sufficient time for sleep. If you have sufficient time for sleep, then the time of sleep is required, because our body is asking for rest, because each and every part is functioning in different clock hours. And people used to say that our lungs function in the early morning and next each and every part. It's just like a big clock where a lot of chakras are there. Each and every chakras have their own routine. So if all the chakras function, then we have a time that when we can see the time machine is working. So in the same way, our body is having different parts. Each and every part is working in a different time, different functions they are having. They have a different pace of work also. Different time it is required. So early morning, some parts are working only in the early morning. So that you don't disturb your physical system. Let it be. You should make it convenient. If you change the system, then most of them will fail, because changing the physics and the routine into something will be an arduous task that you may not be able to concentrate on your studies. So leave your body, you listen to your body, what it speaks, and answer to it, and kindly adjust with it. You don't along with your body speaking. And if you go along with that, then it will be good for you. Then you think accordingly. Then see there, it is based on the physical structure of our human being, based on then next task is our subject. You think which subject is very difficult to do, that you have to prioritize. The first to simplest. If you prioritize in that way, then you can think of the toughest. We have to maximum what naturally you will be doing. We have been doing easy things. There are two ways. First, completing easy things. Then you will have a mental mind that I have completed 75%, only 25% I can do in that way. Some people will have the tendency to think, first tough task should be finished, then go for the easier task. So that kind of thinking should be there. In a maximum, suppose if you are going for a tough task, all of a sudden if you go for a tough task, it is very difficult. And I would like to say, this is a chill climate now prevailing. All of a sudden, can you get into a swimming pool? Can you jump into a swimming pool? Because this is a cold water. Then you have to immerse your legs, slowly your thighs, then slowly your body into the swimming pool. Then you will be comfortable. So in that same way, you break up the tasks available and prioritize toughest to easiest, and you do easiest things gradually, complete easiest things gradually. By completing easiest, then you can go to the toughest task, and you can also complete. So in that way, if you plan, then this is based on the subject difficulty, based on the task difficulty. And another thing is time nature is there. Time nature. All the things cannot be learned at afternoon. Mostly people used to say that mathematics will be taught or learned in the morning, because fresh they can learn. Some people know that kind of time nature is also there. Evening, all the time will not be conducive for learning. Sometimes if it is heavy raining, we cannot keep on reading, or sometimes you may think, why don't we enjoy seeing the nature, seeing the rain. And it's a beautiful rain. We can enjoy seeing the rain. And that time, that kind of time nature. So afternoon, after a very sunny light, very very hot climate, and evening salubrious climate, good weather, chill weather, and all these things that based on the time schedule, nature, that we have to schedule our task also. Tough task. Tough task should not be in the tough time. A very hot summer, afternoon, very hot summer, hot sunny day. That time, afternoon 2 o'clock, if you start teaching mathematics or something very tough subject, then our mind will not be concentrating. It will find very, very difficult to concentrate on. So that kind of thing should be in the early morning. Early morning is a good climate, fresh in our mind, that we can absorb things easily. In that way, you change your timetable schedule. If you do match your task with a different difficulty level to a different time nature, it will be easy for you to achieve the target that you have planned. So how to get maximum output? So another thing, We have daily seen the daily routine in cardio rhythm of our body and subject nature. And one more thing is week schedule. How to get week schedule? Normally, after Sunday, totally we go for rest, go for doing all our activities, taking rest and doing all the entire week, washing clothes or something like that we are doing, and we are also cleaning our home and doing extra things for our special lunch and special dinner like that. So Monday we start our work. Monday actually the maximum productivity will be on Wednesday only. So if you start on Monday the task will be at your hand with a lot of difficulties. Immediately there are many things there because on 2 days gap, 1 day gap, all tasks will come to you on Monday. So after Monday afternoon will be relaxing. Then gradually you will build your energy tank and you will build your energy tank for the next day. Tuesday you will slightly tune up your body and mind for the better work on Tuesday. Tuesday the work nature will also tune you up for better work on Wednesday. So Wednesday you can have a maximum productivity. Wednesday you can have a full concentration. Then again Thursday will be it will go from smallest to biggest one. It gradually grow, and after Wednesday again it will come down. With Thursday the productivity will be less, and Friday it will be less because we will be thinking of weekend. So Wednesday, Friday, don't put tough task on Friday or Friday morning, Friday afternoon. All the tough tasks will be maximum on Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the ideal time. So neither Monday nor Friday should be fixed for the toughest task. Then gradually you'll be thinking of weekend. In that way, if you plan, if you have a smart work and time management, definitely you will achieve success. With these words, I thank all of you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I thank my lovable students. I wish you very happy, prosperous New Year. May this New Year bring prosperity, good health, peace of mind, and everything that you desire in your life come to you. I pray to God, pray to Almighty to bless you all for a wonderful New Year. And I am very happy to meet you all on the first day of this 2021. Have a pleasant day. Thank you, students. I am very, very happy to meet you all. Again, I thank you. Again and again, I wish you very happy and prosperous New Year. May we all get benefited. May we all be blessed by God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presentation. It was indeed a very valuable presentation on this new year because every one of us are lacking time and we don't know how to plan our time nowadays. So thank you for so much for giving us this valuable lecture, and thank you for being with us, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. We will leave. Thank you once again. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.